Joining us now is Regina Decicco, and I love that name. She's just so cool. Regina, are you there? Hello, honey. Are
I
you
am
there?
here, Donna. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. So excited to
Hello.
be here.
Oh my gosh. So, Regina, we have a mutual friend that put us together, and I thought that this was so exciting to have you on the show. One of the things that you have done, besides being a stand up comedian, is that you were behind the scenes of a lot of funny shows, right?
Yes.
What what did it take for you, or have you always been doing both, like behind the scenes as well as like being the front person, or what did it take for you to come out front?
That's actually a great question. It's funny because I think I was always so drawn to television. Well, during growing up in high school, I was the kid that did all the shows. So I was always doing like the plays, the dramas, the musical theater. And then you sort of get to a point where you tell yourself that's like a pipe dream. Like, why do I think that's something that I could pursue? Like, it seems so out of the realm of possibility. So when I went to college, I kept telling my parents, like, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer. Don't worry. I'm an English major. I'm going to be a lawyer. But I just kept interning in television. So like Eyewitness News, Weekend Edition of the Today Show, Nickelodeon Magazine, and then finally Saturday Night Live. And they eventually hired me, and I worked in set design. So then that's how I started behind the scenes. And then I would get a lot. I was lucky in that I got a lot of encouragement where people started to realize, like, I think you want to be on the other side of the camera and you should really start doing something about it because you're going to get too good behind the camera, is what people would be telling me.
Oh yeah, and then they're not going to let you leave, right? It's
Right,
like the
right.
makeup
Yes,
artist that always wanted to be in front of the camera, but they're so good at what they do that they don't get their
yes,
shot, right?
yes. And that's what people would say all the time. They're like, if you don't just make the break, you're not going to leave. You're not going to leave. You get comfortable.
Did you learn stand up? Did you learn like the right format of doing it, or did it just something that you learned on your own through osmosis?
I did. It was osmosis. I did take a stand up class, and I know some people say like you can't learn to be funny, but kind of what you were alluding to, Donna, you can learn structure, you can learn joke patterns, you can at least start with like a jumping off point. And I did take a class a while back now at the comic strip. And I feel like I sort of learned like the fundamentals, a little bit of like the bait and switch, like sort of like the hit 3 points. So like I learned it that way, but obviously you grow by doing it, and that's like really where everything happens in front of a live audience.
Even if it's when you were a kid, were you the person like at the holidays where you would like get up and do something like, oh, we're going to do a skit now and then we'll have pumpkin pie, you know?
That's exactly who I you know me already, Donna. You know I was the kid who on like Christmas Eve I'd be like, we're gonna do a performance of the Nutcracker. And I am the head ballerina that I was literally cast myself as everything. And I'm like, okay, cousin John, you can be the prince, and Christina, you can be the rat. I will be playing all the other roles. Yeah. So every holiday it was like, let's watch Regina do what she does again, because it's gonna happen if they want the show or not.
One of the things you do now is you get to warm up for like nationally syndicated television shows. What do you put in
Yes.
for the prep of that? Like, do you, because it's a new audience like every show, do
Mm-hmm.
you just do like one set? Or do you like try to mix it up a little?
I try to mix it up. I feel like for me, I love doing audience warm up, and I love being in television. And you probably feel this way too, because it's always different. Our job, like the elements are the same, but every day is different, and it's different people and different interactions. So every day with the audience at the View, I like to really make it about them, to sort of like talk to them, find out like if it's a couple, what's their origin story? Where is this mother and daughter from? Today, actually, we had a woman in the audience who was obsessed with Rob Lowe, Donna, and Rob Lowe was on The View, and she lost her mind. And it was sort of like an amazing thing. And then he went over to her, and, Whoopi said, oh, it's so great when you meet someone in person and they're who you think that they are. And Whoopi said, I love to hang out with Rob Lowe. And this woman said, I want to do a lot more than hang out with him. And I thought, oh, where is security? Has Rob Lowe left the building? We were a little concerned. And that just makes it, everyone lives in that moment then. They cried when she cried, and then they laughed when she made these jokes. So I like every day to be different.
So that's your day gig right now, right? And that's not a bad day
Yes.
gig, right? So you're
No,
there, you're doing the
no.
thing at the View, and you have all these cool accolades like Nantucket Comedy Festival, Laughing Skull Comedy Festival, Woman in Comedy Festival, Ladies of Laughter, the She Devil Comedy Festival, and you were voted. Dun, 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 dun. This I hope you got a ribbon for. Lower Hudson Valley's funniest person in 2011. So I'm like, do you write in for that? Or like, how do they like give that award to you? That's fun.
That's so you submit. I definitely went through a contest phase, Donna, as you can see. So I would submit to these contests, and then you get accepted, and then you would go and compete in person. And I guess what I can say about myself is when the stakes are high and there's a lot of energy, like I feel like I really shine. And I think that's why I like live television as well. They count down and the show goes live and we're going. Nothing can stop really a live television show. And same thing once a contest starts. There's no sort of do-overs. It just goes. And I think like I really like that energy. It was a phase. I have not submitted to a contest in a long time, Donna, but I definitely went through a phase of being like, okay, let's see, let's do. And also with those contests, I mean, you get to travel all over the place, which is great. And especially you want to go to Nantucket when somebody else is bringing you to Nantucket, I would say. That's a festival where they select you, they fly you in, and that's a very nice way to experience Nantucket.
Similar thing, like you had mentioned. So with my television show, it's so lovely. Like I've traveled the world almost, and I'm like,
Yeah, amazing.
who gets to have a life like we have? And every day,
Yes.
I am so grateful. I thank
Yes.
you, Regina, for joining us and just kind of celebrating life with us. What is a way that someone can follow their dreams like you did? What did you finally tell yourself that made you go, boom, there I am? Like, what was that push for you?
It's funny. I've been thinking about this a little bit recently because, like, say, I know I wound up working at Saturday Night Live, and I had always loved watching Saturday Night Live. And while I was in college, Adam Sandler was filming a movie near my college. And then, like, I had met Mike Myers when I was interning in Eyewitness News. And I think those tiny interactions, even though they weren't really about me, it started to make it seem like, oh, wait, this is accessible. Like these people that I loved watching on television sort of came into my life almost as little sort of like signposts. And then I think I was like, wait a minute, could this be, and then when I interned and I just loved interning at these places. And I think you sort of say to yourself, like, exactly what you said too, Donna, like if you want to do something every day and you want to love it, and it is hard work. I think that's the thing too. There's such highs and lows with this industry. There's no guarantees. But if you're like, I want to enjoy the hours in my day, the minutes. And I think then it's like, then you have to follow that dream if you can. And I feel like that's what I like. I would never complain about work because I love it. You know what I mean? And it's hard and treacherous and it's rocky, with a warm-up job now, thankfully there's consistency, but now I think it just has to be like, if you want to be enjoying your days, choose the thing that brings you joy and really just try to follow that and go for it. Especially if we get one shot around this world,
Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. And I have one other final question. How do you pick out your wardrobe? Do you like wake up and you say, today I'm feeling like I'm wearing sweats and the sweat jacket? Or did somebody help you dress for the show? You show up as many different people every day, like a woman of 1,000 costumes. But how do you get ready to bring it?
It's funny because doing stand-up before the job at The View, I would just sort of get dressed at night to go to shows. And then you could repeat outfits because unless you were recording it, you had some freedom. But it's true. Now at The View, I do dress myself every day, but I also like to be comfortable. So I won't really wear a lot of heels. And Whoopi loves a comfy, stylish sneaker. And now I feel like, oh wait, I love that too. I like to be mobile. I run around a lot. All through the studio, up and down the bleachers. So I want to be able to move. And then, sometimes there's things where you get yourself dressed and you feel perfect. And then someone takes a picture of you and you look like a wildebeest, because I'm very animated. So it has to be these clothes need to give me the freedom to move. And if somebody takes a picture, let's just hope it doesn't look terrible because I'm so expressive.
Yeah, my friend was here earlier. We were taping a segment around noon. My friend Suzanne Beck, she posted the worst picture of me on my social media ever. But I'm working all day, so I don't even have time to call her and be like, girlfriend, what were you thinking? I'm making this face like this. I'm making a Shrek face. And I'm like, Regina, you're a joy. I thank you for joining me today. I want to come see you perform live. So thank you so much. You brought a little levity to the day. And it was fun.
Thank you. No, it was a real pleasure. I love your energy too. This was absolutely fabulous. You are wonderful. Keep doing what you're doing. And I will see you out there.
I will see you out there too. And I'm going to wear my comfy sneakers instead of these these high heels that I have on today. So I'm switching them out for comfy kicks. Okay, bye. Take care.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
You too. Bye.